On this week's episode of the Views Podcast, I sit down with one of my homies, newest homies, and she's already leaving. Go figure. Nah, I sit down with the homie Ayeeedubb. We talk about her start on 103.3 The Streets. We talk about her newest endeavor, which is having her own show on a top 40 radio station. And she drops some social media dumbs. So, yeah, that's always cool. But seeing how she's leaving this week, this will be her last interview. So come vibe, come chill. Let's meet another local creative until she's not local anymore. Yeah, come vibe, come chill. This is going to be a good episode. Hey guys, before we get into the episode with Ayeeedubb, there's something I want to tell you guys. Now, if you listen to all 3 episodes of the Views Podcast, you've heard me reference the Go Create podcast a lot. And that's because that was the original podcast that I was a part of, as you probably heard already. That was with me, my boy Paulie, my boy Jesse, my homegirl Tip, and my boy Zach. We all started this podcast to give Black creatives a voice. We've had 2 seasons of the Go Create podcast, and because the podcast had, is on hiatus or is on pause right now, I felt like the platform of giving creatives, or creatives basically, a platform was definitely needed so I could create views. But I don't want those episodes of the Go Create podcast to just have come and gone. So what I'm going to do is, instead of dropping one every week, a new episode every week with a new creative, I'm just going to go every other week with a new creative, and I'm going to drop a old Go Create podcast every other week. Now, these podcasts are really cool. They're really fun. There were so many dope creatives that I think that you should know if you're new to the podcast that you probably didn't know. There was times where we had JJ Day on, and it was a musical. And it was our 2nd or 3rd episode. So me and Paulie didn't know what to do. We was vibing out. But it shows the growth. As you will hear each episode, it shows the growth of the Go Create podcast. And with each episode, you get to revisit or meet a new creative that is pretty damn dope. So with that said, starting next week, I'm just going to pick a random episode of the Go Create podcast so you can get familiar of where this all came from. All right, so enough said. Let's get into the episode with Ayeeedubb. Well, welcome to the show.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Nah, that's pretty cool. I feel like I have our first local celebrity on.
Whoa, local celebrity?
I'm sorry. Was that minimizing?
I don't know.
No, because she was actually like really on a radio station.
Well, yeah.
Okay, how about this? You're our first radio personality we've had on the show.
Thank you.
On the show.
That's better.
That's cool.
That's better.
I was Charlotte's a big city, so I mean, my bad. No shade.
I get what you're saying, but I'm like, let's be real.
So how you been, man?
I've been good. There's a lot going on. I'll tell you about that later. But it's a lot. So I finally had some this is like grind mode right now because I'm about to prepare for something, which I'll tell you later.
Okay.
But yeah, it's good though. I've been chilling. I have my mountains and plateaus.
Yeah.
So we're working.
I feel you on
We're
that.
working.
So even though this is the first time we've actually physically met each other, I've actually...
You stalked me at a game.
Stop. Yeah, I actually saw you. I saw you at I was shooting at the Josh Norman event, and you were playing. Do you play ball?
I play horse really well, but I don't play ball.
How did that come up? Like, who thought, hey, let me get Ayeeedubb to play ball who plays horse?
Yeah, I don't know. Someone had some woman who was the publicist or whatever about that, would hit me up, and she asked if I wanted to, and I was like, this time I was like, I'll take anything, whatever. I was like, okay, that'd be a good look. I was like, I saw who all was coming. I was like, I knew everybody, so I was like, okay, this works. But I was like, I can't play ball. I was like, what am I doing? And then everybody was just like, well, just go. You don't have to play, yada, yada. And I was like, I don't know who my team captain was. I forgot.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because I forgot how the teams were set up. I forgot who my captain was.
It was a lot of trash players out there.
Oh.
No. I'm saying it was some cats, they know they trash. They should know that.
It was football players or something too on there. And I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, you know who was actually pretty nice? Thomas Davis.
Yeah, he was out there. Yeah,
he was out there. He was balling. I could see he got it in him.
Right, a little bit. And I was like, I told him, I was like, you know, I can't play, but like people would still like give me the ball like to have it. But like at the warm up though, I was like shooting him. But I was like, I can't dribble it like in the fast instance, like I can't.
Listen,
it was a mess.
You did your thing. I mean, do you ever win in those games of hoes?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. I just want to put it out there. I was gonna say, I just want to put it out there. Nah, that was cool though. That was the first time I actually met. I followed you on Instagram, but that's the first time I saw you, and it was kind of weird. That's why I said celebrity, because like you was at a celebrity basketball game, and there's a lot of people in Charlotte. It's weird. It's like it's just that weird. See, I'm old enough to remember it before the internet. Yeah, I'm old enough to remember that, but not before. I remember the first website I went to.
What was it?
You ready for this?
Yeah.
All right. My parents brought a computer in the house, and we decided this is a funny story, as a family, we was going to go to the whitehouse.com. All right. Sounds safe.
Yeah.
White House. No, that is a porn site.
Is it?
Yes, it is. And then we didn't have cable internet at the time, so like it was coming in and like it was like the first part was like whitehouse.com, and it was like the White House, and it was coming down, and then like it was at that point where you could look at your pops and I see a white chick right here, and I'm like, this is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And then I saw a black chick on the other side, and I was like, what the?
Okay,
and then it was titties.
Okay.
And then it was like, then my parents was like, oh, okay, yeah. They didn't know how to. It was a desktop, so they were trying to cut the power off or anything. That's when we found out that you got to go to whitehouse.gov. That's the first lesson.
There you go.
Somebody had, Columbus.com. It's weird. It was a weird site. I don't know who thought like, hey, let's just do that. But yeah, that was my first site. Yeah. So so because of that, I also remember the time before Instagram.
Yeah.
So now it's kind of weird because I have people when I have a picture of me as the AVI. I have people come up,
the AVI? You don't call it Abby?
Whatever. I'm old. I'm telling you. Old. I remember a time before the internet.
I didn't know you. It's fucking called AVI.
I never thought it was called Abby. Whatever. Yo.
Jeez.
But I remember. So when my picture was up there, people would come up to me. Sometimes we go to Charlotte is big, but if you're doing something selective, creative, it becomes small. So you go to places like, oh, I follow you. Are you Photo Talks and all that stuff? So I was like, Photo X Words? Yeah, that's me. So it was kind of weird. It's like that was my moment with you when I saw you playing. I was like, oh, look at her. She's balling out here, getting 0 points. Now I fuck with you.
I mean, let's be real. I mean, it was a hot ass mess.
Nah, that was cool, man. It was cool. You know who really couldn't ball? I thought could ball?
Who?
Josh Norman.
Oh.
Shout out to Josh, though.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Yeah, I was like, football is his sport.
Yeah. I was like, why are we even doing this? I have no idea.
But I know, like I said, you're a radio personality here in the city. And what made you want to get into that? Where are you from, though?
I'm from Raleigh.
Oh,
so,
okay.
I was born in Raleigh and then moved out to, I don't know if you know these towns, but I moved to Salisbury, which is like a smaller town.
Yeah, I know Salisbury.
Really?
Come on, who doesn't?
A lot of people.
Now, if you live in Charlotte.
Oh, okay.
See?
That is true.
Yeah.
Everybody know what Salisbury got.
Like, if you ask somebody from Charlotte, where's Garner?
Yeah.
Or Cary, they may not know, but I have family in Raleigh, so I know.
Oh, yeah, see, I was more like Garner area anyway.
Yeah.
So it kind of confused me. I'm like, am I Raleigh or Garner? I don't know.
Yeah.
But so then I went to Salisbury, and then I went to school out in Monroe, Wingate area.
Oh, you went to Wingate?
Yeah.
You're the first person I've ever heard say they went to Wingate.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, some people do it. And when I find out, I'm like, I see you. Like, that's
I never even see students. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah.
I feel like either people I see a lot of people who already graduated.
Okay.
Type thing. I'm like, you used to go to Wingate? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then, but then after I graduated, I was like, Charlotte's the closest next city. So I was like, all right, okay. Then I came to Charlotte.
So how you like Charlotte?
I like it. I mean, it's fun. Like, I was here. I'm ready to go now because it's like I've seen so much. I was here like when 935 was here and stuff like that. And I see the whole party change when people talk about, the parties are not the same. I see all that, and I see like the cliques, and I see like the businesses and stuff like that, and the people who come from here. But,
yeah.
I mean, I like Charlotte. I mean,
what made you want to get into like being a radio personality? Right.
So, it happened like when I was in college.
Yeah.
And this is like when Vine and Instagram and Snapchat were coming out.
Yeah.
So I would like I got on Vine a lot, and I would make like little skits, Are you searching for Vine?
No,
Oh.
my phone was vibrating. I didn't want it to go off.
Oh, gotcha. I'm like, damn, like, give me a minute.
No, nah, we ain't that old.
Right. I was like, I didn't even know. Like, I wish I still had my Vines. I loved my Vine. I loved Vine. Like, I also look at like YouTube compilations and just like reminisce. But so
6
now,
seconds of heaven.
right. And I was like, look how much you can do. I used to think some accounts had longer than 6 seconds.
Really?
It was some conspiracy. Because I was like, ain't no way this video is 6 seconds.
Yeah. What's the dude? King Bosch. Batch.
Yeah.
King Batch.
Batch.
Yeah. His had to be longer than 6 seconds.
Had to be.
He had a whole beginning, middle, and end.
Right. And I'm like, I'm over here just copying people. How are you making a full length movie? So then I would make like videos like that, and then like Wingate was a small college. I think it was maybe like 2,500 people.
Oh, word.
Yeah. So I would post it, and it got around. So it's like people like, down on Vine, like we would like follow each other and things like that. And everybody was trying to become Vine famous, right?
Yeah.
So we'd have our little things. So we try to copy and like use the hashtags and stuff like that. And then so I was like posting some Snapchat going on. Everybody would get on Snap. Instagram had 15-second videos. So, I made like Instagram stuff.
Oh, I forgot about the 15 seconds.
See?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was like, we do stuff like that. And then it got to the point where like other people who really didn't know me would be like, I saw this and like, you were so funny, like yada yada. I saw the thing you did. And like my circle of friends, the circle of your friends never really support you, right? They'd be like kind of like, man, she ain't even all that funny. But like they be playing, right?
Facts. My best friend has yet to listen to an episode. Well, I can't even get on it.
That's how it be. So like, man, she ain't that funny. And then everybody would be like, oh, they had me dying, they had me laughing. So now I was like, oh, I like the feedback. And then like to take it even bad, this is like when One System Park and like TRL was like really big, and I would watch it and I'd be like, man, this job looks so cool. Like I want to do this. I was like fun. I would be like, man, how am I ever gonna be like that? I'm like, I don't even know how you get there. And I wanted to be like a journalist, but I was like, at this time, it was like, that's not a stable career. I was like, well, yeah, you're right. So let me get something, just like I can get a job from. So then
gotta pay these bills, man.
Exactly. so then when I went to college, it was like, so all that was going on was I like the entertainment stuff. And then at that time, I was talking to somebody, and they had put on like a radio when we was like driving, and I was like, what is this? Because I heard Power 98 was like the only station.
It was when I first got here.
Right. So I was like, then I heard like started the 103.3, and I was like, well, there's a new station. They were like, yeah. So he was the biggest fuckboy I ever met, but he put me onto that station, which I appreciate him for. But so then I was like, okay. So now I like follow the Instagram, follow the personalities, and then when I was in college, I needed an internship. Huh? And I started taking a lot of communication classes like TV and, public relations and media campaigns and stuff like that. And then, so I got an internship just like for extra credit, and I did it with the radio station. And ever since that, I had the whole interview process. And I went there for my last semester of senior year. Yeah. And then, and did all that, opportunities. They had their Instagram video, so I'd be on their page, and they'd be on my page. It was like a big...
This is 103?
Yeah, 103.3.
Yeah.
And then, so ever since then, like, I was about to graduate, so I'm being professional. I'm like, what's the next process? Do I have to interview? Like, what's the deal? Want a job? And it was like, we don't have, this is what's funny. They was like, we don't have any money in the budget at that, and told me that at the beginning. It was like, we don't have any money to bring nobody on. So I'm like, all right. So I guess I'll just, move back to Salisbury, stay with my mama for like years and years and years, and just be like working like a 9-to-5 job. So then, I think I graduated May 2015. And then they called me like that same weekend and was like, we want to bring you on as board operator and weekend part-time. And I was like, I cried like a little bitch.
Why?
Because I was happy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm about to say, yeah. I was like, hey.
So I was like,
get your foot in the door.
Right. So I was like, this is so exciting. So I like cried. I was like telling people about it. So I was like, this is really happening. So then I moved to Salisbury. I moved to Charlotte because my sister lived there. So we lived together. And then ever since then, it's just like been on radio ever since.
That's. Did your school have a radio station?
It didn't.
It didn't.
We had a TV station, but like, no one watched it.
Yeah, that's true. But on TV, when you watch TV, like for instance, like, but that's actually college. But like that's college. Yeah. When you watch Dead White People, like Sam and them, they have.
Yeah, we didn't have that.
Yeah, you would think that all colleges would have a radio station.
Yeah. I've
been to a guy's house. I've been to out here in Charlotte. I don't know where it was. But a dude, when he put the lights up on their house for Christmas lights or whatever, and he actually had a sign that says, if you want to hear the music, turn to 92.7 or some shit like that.
Oh, okay.
And it was just he was broadcasting just in his neighborhood, but he had so it was crazy. So I was assumed that if that guy can do it, then
anybody.
I feel like this should be on. I should give a radio station 109.9, something like that. You know what I mean? That's crazy that they didn't have that. So like, is it one of those situations where like you saw people doing it and you were like, I could do that?
Kinda.
Or was it like a hidden passion?
Maybe like hidden passion, because I would think like, how would I ever get that? Like this girl from North Carolina, like how would I ever get to New York? How would I get to Los Angeles? Like how would I get somewhere? I didn't know at that point. Yeah. So that's why I was like kind of like, swept under the rug. I was like, well, let me be real. Like let me not have like a dream and stuff. And that's why it'd be funny, like people who actually did major in communications, like at my college, like they're not doing nothing. So it's kind of like weird. Like I'm not using my major either, which is human services. It's like social work and stuff. Yeah,
most people don't. Right.
But I'm like, it's just like the thing where it's like, well, people usually go for communications, like they have the, passion, like be in newspapers or be in TV, but then they do like, I have some people that's like, call-in centers. Mm-hmm. What's it called? Calling centers. That's not what it's called.
Call centers?
Call centers. Yeah. Call centers, not calling centers.
Yo, I was going to let you rock with it.
So I see people doing that, or they're like teachers and stuff like that. It's like totally like different. But I mean, I get it. But it's like, you would think if you go towards that major, you would like you'd want to really do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
you're at 103.
Yeah.
You're doing the board.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because I don't know where 103.3 the streets is. Which is almost weird. I mean, I have a lot of questions about this radio station, and inquiring minds want to know nothing, no shade, no none of that. I just have questions. Like, one, why can I only hear them out? Why you can only hear them in like Pineville?
Well, we know we have a second signal.
Oh, okay.
The 100.5, which they added a couple months ago.
So 100.5 is the stronger one.
That is more towards university.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I think when you but you'll get little hints like when you go towards Rock Hill, you get little hints when you go to Gastonia.
Okay.
I used to live in Pineville.
So Pineville is actually the target. Like that's where the strongest signal is.
No, the strongest signal will probably be like Uptown, Freedom Drive, West Side area.
Okay.
Mainly.
And so when I remember I don't know where the actual like station is, but like I remember before it was, I can't think of the name. It was like a purple 10GW WGIV. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's still WGIV.
That's still our call letters, but I've heard like some people be like, "Oh, I used to be on WGIV," but it was like one of the stations where like you had to pay to get on it.
Okay.
Right.
So that's what I was going to ask you, because I remember going up there and I knew a couple people who actually was like a radio personality for them, but I didn't, like I said, I couldn't, I live on a university area, in the university area. So like a lot of times I was like, oh, let me just check it out because it's local, whatever. And then I'd be like,
yeah.
boom,
Man.
boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but that's what I was going to say. It was one of those paid. But then I didn't know anything about the streets. And then what happened was, it's weird because people who come from out of the state, better yet, they come and they go on 103.3. And the difference between WGIV or the first one, let's say the pre-streets, was that they were very local because very, very local. But I noticed that you guys started getting like major people who came here. It was getting on yours, so I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. I just don't understand why they don't have like a stronger signal. Why I can't hear them throughout the whole city. Yeah. And that was before, I think y'all was out here before 92.7 was, right?
No, 92.7 has always had.
Well, I'm talking about before it was the block.
Oh, yeah, we were first, yeah.
And before it was Drake. Remember when they had that 2 weeks of Drake?
Yeah, I remember that.
That was a good gimmick, though.
Yeah,
I didn't know anything about it. I lived in the city.
Yeah.
And I didn't know anything about that until I saw it on Complex.
It went to Complex?
It was on Complex,
nice.
And in Complex News is like, there's a radio station in Charlotte, North Carolina that's only playing nothing but Drake.
Well, that was smart on their part. I didn't know it went to Complex.
Yeah, it was all. So that's how I know about it. So it was a good 2 weeks, and then it became the block. So it was that fast. But like, so I didn't know that the streets was really the streets until there was bigger radio stations. So I saw one in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's her sister station.
Yeah. So I give props because I was really before you told me that I was really the clown. I was like,
yeah,
what is this 103? I can't hear nowhere else. But
bro,
you saved them though. You saved them.
A little bit. I used to hate it because I remember one instance because you people used to get me so much about oh, I can't hear you. Like, why can't I hear you? I'd be like, man, yeah, like I bought the fucking signal. Like, I don't know. And it's like one day I was in, you know, Pollo Campero.
No.
Oh, it's like this Hispanic but modern chicken place type thing. It's really good, actually.
Where was it going?
Pollo Campero.
Where is it?
There's one on South Boulevard.
No, but if it's good, I'm gonna go.
It's pretty good, actually. Like
there.
they actually serve like real like Hispanic ass drinks or whatever it is.
Yeah, yeah.
But there was one smart ass drive through person, and the person I was with, like, he talks a lot too. So he'll be funny on like the thing, whatever. And when we're together, it's always like he'll always be like, she famous, you know, she on radio, yada. And I'd be like, stop. So then we get into the drive through, and this man, I was like, he'll be like, so my friend had told him that, and the drive-through guy was like, well, what station is it? And I was like, oh, 103 there. And they're like, oh, the station where I can't hear y'all. Like, I was like, you at a drive-through, bro. Don't come at me, bro. And I was so mad. I hated going there because we used to go there a lot. And I was like, his ass. He used to like clown me. I was like, yo.
But everybody needs to start. So like, with all that said, everybody needs to start. And I think that, like, for instance, it's helped you out. Like, you have like almost 10K on what you call it.
Yes, thank God.
And like you've managed to, you know.
Yeah,
So,
I use the platform.
That's
for sure.
That's the point. That's the point. So, let me ask you a question. What was your how was your experience once you got on the mic?
I thought it was good. I mean, I would always like, I guess from practicing from Instagram and like Vine and like having that whole talking thing.
Yeah,
I was kind of used to, but I would hear my old stuff. Like, I always recorded my stuff of what I would say.
Mm-hmm.
So I would hear my old stuff and it's like, ew, like, bitch, you sound horrible. Like, I was like, why are you're doing like the absolute most. But then
it's a process because I'm learning that too.
Exactly. So I was like, hear that stuff. So like I had like the gist of like having something fun to say or changing words where it's like, you know, something different versus like, I always tell people you can say, oh, Kim Kardashian had her baby, or you can say, girl, Kim Kardashian got that baby bump. Like, you know, you change it up.
Mm-hmm.
Not just be like dry and be like, you know, blah, blah, blah. But you change it up and like add a little salt to it.
Drip, drip.
So it was like I always felt comfortable at first on the mic because how it's set up is like no one's really usually there on the weekend, so you have like your own space.
Yeah, it feels like yours.
Right. So I'm like, so you get to like, if you mess up, it's like it's just you, or like, because like I said, I used to pre-record a lot, and so yeah, but it was like people got to hear you, but like you didn't have nobody looking at you.
Yeah, kind of like how we doing right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not a big fan of like talking like in public per se, or like in front of like a crowd. Sometimes I'm good, but sometimes I'm not. And they'll be like, you talk to 1,000 people on the radio. It's like they're not here looking at me. Like, did you get that? But,
I thought, yeah, I can see why people would be like a little like have questions on that, because I'm the same way. Like as we get closer, as the more and more I do this, you become more conscientious. Because I listen to these when I drop them. I'm probably the first listen.
Oh, really?
Probably because I like to. It's kind of like game tape. I want to get better. You know, I realized in the beginning, I used to like, especially when I go create days, man, I would talk and I would say, I would have one point and then I end it and I go, those two didn't even go together. Like, what was the point of that? Like, I was just rambling. Mm-hmm. And now I'm getting to the point where I'm like, the more and more I do them, you know, more directly, you know what I'm saying? Have a point, get it out, say your point, move in, get out.
Right.
But but this, like you said, this is pre-recorded. Like, we're recording this now. Mm-hmm. It's not going to drop until Wednesday. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? So like, and if I had technical issues, I'd be like, I can literally say, well, not this week. So we had technical issues and we had to do it again. And we could just pretend as if it never happened. But like when you're on the radio, that's a little different. Yeah. And I don't even know how it would be if this was a live mic going. And then the idea, like right now, my voice is going to only this computer and your ears. I couldn't imagine how I would feel if it was going to like people's cars or shit like that.
That's fun though. So you get like, I guess it's good for the listener because you can like hear like live stuff. Like I have Sirius XM in my car. Yeah. And I listen to Shade 45. There's a guy, Rude Jude.
Oh, you like Rude?
I love him so much. I had it when my first car and I had the trial. I didn't keep the trial, but in my new car, I got the trial again. I was like, man, I got more money now, so I'm gonna keep this. Yeah. So then I would listen to Jude like all the time.
Yeah, he's raunchy.
I love that. And it's just like, you know, the people call up and it's like, you know, they get the cuss and everything. It's like, but he does it where like, you know, he'll have like moments of like, I guess,
He be having like porn stars on there too.
A lot.
Yeah, he always talk about how he's smashing like prostitutes and shit like that.
I had one where like he had brought up somebody that they were in an open marriage and like they called her husband and was like, hey honey, like
Word?
yeah. And then what else? They had one good on it, like a man who thinks he had a guy on there that thinks the earth is flat. So,
those people.
Like he'll have like those people, and then like he had like a psychic on. Like he has some like really good guests.
Yeah,
and I like
does.
that it's not a celebrity all the time.
Was you there when him and Lord Sear was together? Was you listening back then?
Yeah, I used to love that.
They broke him up. I think they broke him up just to have content for longer. Because sometimes you realize if you have them on, I think they had like a 4-hour slot. And then and it was like sometimes it can get stale and people ain't gonna listen for that long. So I think they gave I think they still have a 4-hour slot. I just think it's just back to back. And on top of that, I think Jude is in LA and then Sear is in New York. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to love when I guess they would give Lord Sear like the definition words. And I was like, what is now they have like John, which is like with the chin.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny too, but it's like I've seen people like when Jude goes live, a lot of people will be like, I never listened after since you took Lord Sear off. But see, I don't like Lord Sear's own channel.
Oh, you don't like his own show?
No.
Yeah, he's old school.
Yeah, it's different.
You believe it or not, Lord Sear's been in that game since the beginning. Like,
really?
Like, I saw a documentary, and they used him and Bobito, who is famous in New York. They had like a radio station, kind of like a college radio station. It was actually on a college. I forgot which college it was. And back when hip hop was completely underground, people really wasn't nowhere near as mainstream as it is now. And so he had guys like the first Biggie video of him spitting on the radio was on their show.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, Fat Joe, all that. So like I forgot the name of the documentary, but like this video, he's always been fat.
Yeah.
He was just younger.
Got it.
but he's always like he was always a clown and all that stuff. So that I say that because I'm asking you, like, when you was doing your shows, right? When even though you're still it's just me and you right now, and you know you're pre-recording all that other stuff. Would you ever like starstruck by anybody, like when they came in, or?
Not necessarily like starstruck, but I'd be like nervous because I didn't like basically if I had to interview somebody and I didn't have like my research or whatever, then I'd be like kind of nervous. But I don't know if it come off as starstruck. I'm trying to think.
How long did you keep them on there? Like, how long was y'all when you interview? How long?
I always try to do like it's different. So everybody's schedule is different.
Yeah. And
I've had some like program directors where they'd be like, okay, you can go live with them, or no, pre-record it first and then play it back later type thing.
Yeah.
So it just depends, but because sometimes we have artists like can kill 2 hours, and then we have some artists just like ding dang boom, I gotta go to the next.
I saw you had Kiki Palmer on there one time. Was you there? Was you
wasn't
going?
There.
Oh, my bad. Awkward.
I was not there. I wish I was though, but no.
I think she even shot like a video there. So
yeah, they do that. Promo videos. So.
Yeah, that was pretty dope.
Yeah.
So what's your new venture? What's?
So yeah, my new venture is I'm now moving to South Bend, Indiana. So it's like where Notre Dame University is area. And now I have my own full-time show. Yeah.
What's the name of it?
The station's Live 99.9, but I haven't figured out a show name yet.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. Because like they keep calling me Ayeeedubb, which is good, but they have a syndicated Sunday show and his name is Ayeeedubb. So I'm like, I wonder if they'll make me change my name. I don't know. He's syndicated, so he's like in 150 other stations with his show, and it's like a slow jam show.
Okay.
It's only Sundays from like 8 to 12.
This is Ayeeedubb. I put a country accent on it. I don't know why.
He's actually like, he sounds kind of like a Barry White.
Oh, this is Ayeeedubb.
But
I still put the country accent.
Yeah. But a little current though. Yeah.
Okay. So you excited about this?
I am excited. Like it's gonna be something new. Like coming now, like to me when I first got it, I was like, okay, it's gonna be the same. But then I realized it's like there's no Bojangles, there's no cookout, there's you know.
Trust me, you're not losing anything there.
Really?
Nah, you're not losing anything. I mean, I'd be surprised if cookout ain't out there.
I don't think it is.
I saw a cookout in Virginia, so.
Well, yeah, but I don't think it's made its way to Indiana.
Listen, you might take a L on that, but it's going to be each state got their own. Because like in New York, they got chicken spots. I remember with you. If I had to take, you know, if I had to choose between chicken spot and, you know, because when I first came down here, cookout was like $3 3.25.
Really?
Yeah, it was like $3.75. Now that's just like $5.25.
How old are you?
Let's not do that.
I'm like, damn, what the fuck?
Nah, not that. No, it wasn't that long ago. Like, how long? When did you come down here?
2015.
See, I came in 06.
Hello, that's a big ass gap.
It's like 7 years.
You know how much happens
Like
in 7
7.
years?
Let's not talk about how old I am.
I didn't graduate high school until 2011.
Let's not do this.
Oh,
We're
see,
gonna play this
my
game.
sister graduated high school in 2007 and a half.
And, whoa, how you get to have?
She went to summer school.
Oh, okay. Should I do that? Okay. Yeah, back home, you do like an extra 6 months. So like,
Oh,
if you
yeah.
were supposed to graduate in like 2007, let's say, your diploma would say 2008.
Oh, damn.
February 2008.
Fuck.
Don't show that to nobody. They can be like, oh, you did the extra 6 months. You dumb as fuck.
Damn.
So now, so I know that you're excited about having a new show and everything like that. But like, I also see that you do stuff on your Instagram. Like you do like little videos. Like I'm pretty sure like being behind a mic and not in front of a camera is something I can see that you're moving inching towards like being in front of the camera. So like, so talk about that.
So like I have so many plans like for my Instagram, and it's like I'll either the way like my life was set up was like I was going through so many different jobs, and then I was living with my sister, so like I don't have like my own space, so it's like I couldn't record when she was here because she has her dog, so then there's background noise, and I would let that like get to me and like kind of hold me back in the sense I can't do anything. It's like because I don't want to, even though I am like doing like this, I don't like filming when other people can hear me like mess up or stuff like that, right? So I'm like, so I always wanted like to have my own place, and then when I had my own place here, it was a horrible ass mess too. The apartment was so horrible, like I'm talking horrible.
I got you. You did the syllables and everything.
Yeah, I was like, man, as soon as I didn't want to be here, I was like, it's not working. So then, so yeah, I have all like my stuff. So like people see my page and it's like, and then like when I would film at, the radio station, like my little like dancing videos and stuff like that. Cause I had like, it was just me, but it was like people were there. I'm like do all this. Yeah. So, but that's when I did all Snap. And we used to film it like in a Bank of America building, like had offices. Yeah. So we used to do that, and then they didn't pay the rent, so then that took away.
Ooh.
It's all good. It's a joke.
Okay.
Yeah,
but it's facts.
Yeah, it's facts. So then we went out there. So I'm like, okay, well now it's season 2 or whatever. So I was like, that's when I got like the colored paper.
Okay.
And I was like, I did my room, but it's like, but then I had another full-time job from 9 to 5, and then I would be an hour in traffic. Then I had to write the script, and then I had to film, and I had to edit. And I was like 11, 12 at night trying to get it up, and then it's like I had to go to work the next morning. So I'm like, oh, I hate this. And then if I wanted to do like a skit, it's like I don't have time because I had that 9 to 5 from like August last year to March, and it was just like it took too much time where I really wanted to do. So, but I want to do like all Snap again. But now I'm like. Then I realized all Snap on YouTube wasn't doing so well, but maybe just all Snap 60 second for Instagram only and just do quick stuff like that. Right, but then it was like still in the point of like.
That's the sweet spot.
Right. But then it gets to the point where like, well now I let go of this 9 to 5, but I still need money. So now I'm doing other stuff that still don't give me time to do that. So now I have this job where it's like, it's at night. And it is like a full, creative type of job. I was doing radio full time. So now I might have time to do more of my skits. And it's like the way I always want to do stuff, but it's like, I can't do this because I still need to pay rent and like stuff like that. I just didn't have time. So
every creative goes through that. Listen, if anybody listens to every episode, there is a moment in which I always say this. Listen, I have a 9 to 5 too. I would love to be a full-time photographer. Yeah. But I don't have the time. Not the time. I don't. You have to do that dance. You have to play that dance. You have to learn how to. A lot of people, 9 to 5s kill your creativity, your time to be creative. But it's this weird thing where like Duke Power wants their money. Apparently, you have to pay for food. Yeah. And if you want to talk on your cell phone, whoever you're playing, they want their money every month. Right. Every month. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times. You have to gauge what you want more than the other. Like, all right, I'm willing to do this or whatever. Or sometimes you just gotta make it work. And every creative, that is the hamster wheel of like, and that kills. 9 to 5s kill creativity. It makes people, because when you get a certain age, like for instance, if you're a musician, you can't not do a show in Chattanooga, Tennessee, because you can't get the day off. You gotta go. Right. Because you're trying to live your dream. Exactly. So, yeah, that's crazy. But I mean, you hit that sweet spot. 60 seconds is like the sweet spot because people don't want to listen past that on Instagram at least. But then there are people like Peter McKinnon who can put out 20-minute videos.
Yeah.
And he'll get like 2.3 million views per video. You'd be like, I need that sauce.
See, and it's like, I used to be the type where like I used to watch YouTube a lot, and like if someone had like more than 7 minutes, I'm like, I don't like it. But then I found like a couple creators that do long
yeah
do long videos. I'm like, I can sit and watch a 45-minute video because it's just that damn entertaining.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I wouldn't, because it's like you have to work your way up, because he obviously didn't start at 30-minute videos. The person I watch, but I mean, you get there.
You know what's crazy?
What?
If when Power's on, that's about 48 minutes. Cats will watch Power.
I don't watch Power.
I'm saying, like, you don't.
They watch it,
but
yeah.
People watch it.
Yeah.
You'll watch whatever show this is an hour long, but nobody want to listen. Nobody want to watch a video on YouTube for an hour. I feel like I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it's just, I don't know, because either a lot of times people who do have like a 20-30 minute, they might not even be all that good.
Yeah.
So it's kind of boring. But when you find somebody who's like kind of entertaining, then it works.
Did your Instagram get a lot? Your followers got when you started doing the O-Snap for real? Did you start growing? That 60-second sweet spot, or does people just follow you because they're just like you're just a dope person or they just want to follow?
I think it's more the dope person, and like the O-Snap helped get my Hip Hop DX thing. I feel like so now I do their vocal for their Hip Hop DX news and stuff like that. Stuff like that helped tie it, but like I still like it because it was mine. And but then I was just realizing, I don't want to be the type where like people who keep putting out stuff and it's like they like it so much, but they're not trying to change it. So that's why I'm like, if the videos on YouTube will do good, I'll get like, the same 4 people comment all the time, which I love and appreciate.
Yeah, shout out to the sexy 4.
Right. But then it was like my IG videos would do so well, like the snippets, but of course it's not bringing people over to the YouTube. So I'm like, let's keep it over there. But I see some people who will, and it's like me being a social media person, I'll see other people kind of do the same thing, and it's like I hate when people who aren't there yet, like people not gonna watch the video just because, but they'll do like you have 60 seconds, and like the first 20 seconds of an Instagram video is an intro.
Yeah,
it's like, no, hop right into your shit. Like, we don't have time.
20 seconds is hard,
right? And people don't get that. And
I could be on 4 videos.
Exactly. And it's like, why is this intro still going? Like, and so I see little stuff like that just being from a social media standpoint. And it's like little things. You know how stores put carpet for you to be more comfortable, and they play certain type of music. Yeah. It's marketing. Social media Instagram is marketing, but people don't get it yet.
That is very true. You know what I hate too? My pet peeve is when it's a video that's a specific problem. Like, is your Google Chrome not working? And then you gotta they talk for like a minute. Yeah. And then you're like, bro, just tell me how to this is how you fix it. You want to go here, boom, we're done.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel you.
They don't get they try to, I don't know why they do that, I guess. That's like, I hate, there'll be other like YouTube gurus, and it's like, it's a 7-minute video. They talk about why they haven't made a video for 3 minutes, and then go into the tutorial for 2 minutes. I'm like, yeah. If you had to put in your bio, skip to this point to see this, that's wrong. Like, it should just be right to the point.
Yo, I feel you on that. And you know what's even crazier too about that is I hate when people when you search, they're telling you the same information that the last 7 videos just told you. Yeah. It's like, I came to you for something different, but apparently you just wasted 7 minutes of my life that I'm definitely going to need on my deathbed.
Yeah. Exactly.
So who I mean, I know that this is not something that, I mean, there are people like I mimic as a photographer, right? There are certain people that I look at and I go, I love those people. I love their style. I love this. And like I tell people all the time, because sometimes people have a hard time finding their own niche, right? Yeah. I'm not saying you, but like some people find a hard time finding their own niche. And what happens is they get discouraged because they can't do that, right? Yeah. So I always tell people, listen, find 4 people in the genre that you are actually in, and just take the little bits and pieces of everything. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like LeBron ain't Jordan, but besides his number, he took bits and pieces of his game and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I when somebody asks me who do I look up to and stuff like that, I can tell them, Greg Noir or I can't draw a blank his name because he just changed the name. Van Styles, stuff like that. So who? Not saying that you actually have somebody, because I actually had Fanny one time. She was like, I don't look up at anybody. I was like, shouts out to you, Fanny.
Right, girl.
But is anybody that you like say like, oh, I like a little piece. I like how they do this and how they do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I have a couple. So I like Liza Koshy. She's a real big YouTube star, like 14 million on Instagram and stuff like that. She came from Vine too.
Oh, word.
And like she has a younger demographic vibe. She's about 22 or something, but she does really good like YouTube skits. Like she's funny. She's really known for her puns. Okay. But like this girl, she's legit. But she's now the
What's her
host.
name?
Liza Koshy. You probably, if you was on Vine, you probably seen her Vine.
Yeah, I gotta look it up though. You know, I'm old.
Right.
Liza Koshy.
Her career is smart. Like she's now the host of, remember Double Dare on Nickelodeon?
Do I remember Double Dare?
I don't know.
You called me old twice. Yes, I remember the original Double Dare. I wanted to be on Double Dare.
With Mark Summers, yeah.
Yeah, look at you, Mark Summers. Look at you.
So they're bringing it back. So now she's the host again. Well, she's the host, right? So and she's been sponsored by Drake Beats. She's on the Drake Beats commercial. She's been like Nickelodeon awards. What else she been? She's some other like big stuff.
Okay.
So it's like that like route.
14, you had me at 14 million.
Right. Like she's really good. Like, you know, she's a good like marketing person. I like, who do I like? There's a girl here, your girl Nikki on Power 98.
Okay.
I love her. I love her like vibe and stuff. Like her story is really interesting as far as radio goes and how she like talks and like she posts videos too and things like that. There's another girl named Letty. She used to be on some LA radio, but now she went to New York to work for Genius Lyrics.
Yeah, okay.
So she does like that. I like her. And she does a podcast too. And she's
I can see you doing like Complex News. Hey, this is Ayeeedubb from Complex News, and here is the scoop.
Right. Okay. Like because they say that.
With the head.
Right. So I would like stuff like that. I do like a lot of women people I look up to. Like so I have different rounds. I have like, you know, people who go here for like, you know, creative things. I go people who are like doing a good like Instagram wise and like marketing themselves, people who are like cleaning up their image, don't have like a dirty image and stuff like that. So I like the more wholesome type people. Okay. Women wise and like are, you know, stand out and are like boss bitches. Yeah. Right. But not bitches.
Yeah, I feel you.
Right.
I feel you. So let me ask you a question. So how do I grow my Instagram then? Yeah, I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get it.
Well, let's see.
No, I'm trying to go to views. I'm trying to get 9,000. So I'd be out there talking about, hey, on this episode of views.
Let me see. So you're just looking at the views Instagram?
Yeah. How do I get that popping? I'm trying to be local. I'm trying to be the very, very relatable version of. I don't want to say they put another publication. I don't want to say their name, but you know what I'm talking about.
No free promo.
Nah, because I don't want to come up. I really don't want it to come off as shade.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, if my phone would load.
You got Sprint?
Yeah.
I feel you.
Well, let me see it on your phone.
It's a dead phone. It's a dead zone here.
Let me just pull up your Instagram and
I got you. Boom. All right, go ahead. So
let's see.
I'm trying to do local artists. I'm trying to get everybody smiling, and I figure this is an easier way to get other people to, you know, to get their numbers up. You give them, it's the same advice.
Okay, well, you haven't posted 2 days ago.
See, I'm old. I got Siri. Remind me to post.
Right. Yeah. Post more. Are you using hashtags? You are.
Do. I just use the same ones over and over again.
You need more distinct hashtags. So a lot of times people use like, you know, say if it's like a picture of a model or something. Okay. They'll be like model, sexy model, big booty model or something like that.
Spicy model.
Right. But it's like, it's big ass hashtags. So like, you don't really want hashtags that have like
Did that help you?
A little bit.
Okay.
I use the same, like I always use like on-air host, personality, T personality. So it's like people who are searching for that, I come up there. Yeah. But then like if I have an image where like, say if I have a yellow shirt on, yeah, my hashtags would probably be curly hair is most definitely, I'll use that one. I get a lot of curly hair hashtags because a lot of people search that.
Curly hair.
Yeah, but you have to have curly hair. Hello.
I'm definitely doing that. Curly hair.
But if I had yellow, I'll put like yellow outfit, yellow photo shoot, yellow background, like stuff that has like maybe 100,000 using the hashtag. You don't want anything like a million hashtags. Did
you get lost? You get lost in that?
Right. People be like hashtag hot or hashtag sexy. But it's like that has like 12 million uses.
I know, because especially when you go to the websites, they're like, what should I use? Hashtag selfie. You go there, like 40 million. Like, no,
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
So yeah, you're allowed like 30 hashtags within a post or a caption or something, or on your post. So but use it to your advantage. I see hashtag Wednesday. Generic, but because that has 13.9 million posts.
Hey, I'm new. I'm old, man. I don't know what to do, man.
So then we
you
have
know, you know what I remember hashtag being?
what?
The pound
Sign, yeah.
Pound sign.
Now it's hashtag.
That's hashtag. Rebrand.
So then you have your hashtags, and then go through your hashtags a couple times. So like when you say if you post today, right?
Yeah.
You get your hashtags, and then go through those hashtags right when you post, and like about 10 other posts of that, and then like so like then you have that, and then you leave like don't leave generic comments. So don't be like, oh, nice pic, thumbs up emoji. Be like if it's a girl and she like is like something, be like, don't be like, oh, you're pretty or something like that. You can do stuff like that. You can be flirty and stuff like that.
Don't Bill Cosby it.
Yeah, don't Bill Cosby, but say something like, be like, oh, let's do more like a dude, so it's friendly. So if you have another dude post like say you did hashtag Charlotte podcast, right?
Yeah.
Go to the Charlotte podcast hashtag, like 10 posts of it, and then try to find maybe 2 or 3 pictures. You don't want to do this all damn day. It's
this is looking like a job.
Right. I mean, but it works though. And then like
I'm gonna hire somebody.
and leave comments, just like, oh, dope podcast, gotta check you out. Don't ever bring it back to you though. Don't be like, check mine out because it looks too spammy, right? So don't look like a spam account. See, I just got one too.
Yeah.
So don't do spammy. And then you gotta realize, like, I do a lot of like a follow and unfollow. So I'll say if
so you one of those where you'll follow me and then unfollow. Not me personally, but say you'll follow. I hate those.
But no, I hate them when they do it the same day. I might unfollow you like 10 days from now.
Why do you do that?
See,
why?
No, but it'd be like, to say like, okay, so I'm radio, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll go to let's see.
Because like Beyonce got 115 million followers and follows 0 people.
Right. Well, like, don't go through her. But like,
no, I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
Don't be that person.
Don't be that person. Not yet.
You don't be that person.
Oh no, I won't. I like my Instagram. So, what's I gonna say? This is really big.
Okay.
So, if I'm on radio, I'll go to like like you said, the 4 people.
Yeah.
I'll probably go through their Instagram, follow like maybe 10 people that follow them, because in my head it's like, oh, if they like this radio, I'm a radio, they're gonna like me, they might follow me. And then you gotta realize, like, people who have big accounts, like I guess I have a big account or whatever, and then
you're about to get that swipe up.
Bro, I can't wait.
For that.
I can't wait. Or see more.
See more, yeah, that is, yeah.
Because it's like people don't know Instagram, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people on Instagram are just, they follow like celebrities. They don't have the whole, mind process about it. So say if I follow somebody that has 200 people, they're looking for followers too, and they're excited somebody followed them. So usually they're going to follow back just because. So then it's like, okay, now we're following or whatever, but low key, I'm gonna unfollow you sooner or later, unless you really like build up a whatever.
That's so. I get it. I get it from like I get it from a business standpoint.
Right.
It's so slimy. It's mad slimy. So.
I want to see you get to like at least 500 followers by the end of this year. And I feel like you can do it.
You know what? You just gave me mad advice, so like I definitely will.
Right.
Now,
free. Everybody for the free.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah, everybody for the free. Nah,
Yeah.
but listen. Listen, you gave them a little bit of the soul, so they get the rest of it later.
They still have to do it.
That's a lot. Listen, I might hire you or somebody.
Cha-ching.
Because I used to always say, this social media marketing, is that really a thing?
Oh, it is.
And it's not just that it's a thing. It's time consuming, bro. Like I don't even want to. I don't even play. I don't see. I've never the type to play video games until like my ass hurt. Like I got people like that. They be like, "Yo, bro, my ass is killing me." I'm like, "Son, you just wasted like 7 hours of your day in this beautiful ass day in this house." But anyway, but I realized, I'm glad you told me that, because I'm gonna try my best.
Yeah.
Because first of all, I do need to post more than just 2 days ago. But it was the holiday weekend. I was feeling kind of good.
This is the perfect time. Holidays, people are more on their phones. People don't have to be at work. Take advantage.
I have an old mind. That's why I didn't think of that.
2006.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So Put your, now we talking about social media. Put your social media out so everybody can see you. Here, everybody can follow you so you can unfollow. Now,
let's be real.
No. Put your shit out there.
My Instagram is AYEEEDUBB. That's AYEEEDUBB on Instagram. It's my main one. I got Twitter, Snapchat, but it's like weird stuff. But you'll find it on my Instagram.
Do you actually post on Twitter?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Are you like me? Post 2 days ago?
No, I try to post it once a day.
You know what's even crazy about that? When you on Twitter be shot with giving you too much information. Because like if you go and follow somebody and they haven't posted, they'll put the exact date when the last time they posted. January 3rd, 2015. You be like,
yeah.
Thank you, Twitter. I'm not following these motherfuckers. This was fun. I appreciate it. I wish you all the luck in your new endeavors.
Thank you.
South Bend is cold.
I heard.
Yeah, so get a jacket.
I dress better in the cold winter anyway. So
we all do.
Ready.
That's all the fresh gear come out.
Right, so I'm excited.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hoodie season is a thing.
It is.
Hoodie season is a thing.
I love a good hoodie.
Yeah, so I wish you all the luck. I don't forget about views. So when you get big, I might hit you up. Do not unfollow me. Okay. But anyway, I appreciate all everything you information you gave us, and I just I think we touched on 103 without actually throwing any shade and stuff like that. You
did good.
Yeah.
You didn't ask what I thought you may have asked.
Nah, we all love here, man. It's all love. We trying to be, views is going to listen. Views will be a thing where people will be like, "Oh, I got to be on that."
Yeah, exactly.
It will be. Right now, this is the beginning phases. This is episode 4.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. And then Go Create had about, I think we had like 20.
That's good.
Maybe 30. It was like 14 apiece. Yeah, about 30. So yeah, and then their whole goal again was just to create a community of people who, now that you know me face to face, so like if I say, hey, yo, Ayeeedubb, you back in Charlotte, yo, I'm throwing a I don't gotta, I ain't gonna be sitting in that extra folder on Instagram where they be like, one person is trying to holler at, and you're like, nah, it's gonna stay there, bro.
Okay. I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyway, follow the podcast. Follow us on views, V_EWS. Follow me, the visual dope dealer. Not photo and words. And why did no one tell me I spelled I had it on there, right?
Uh-huh.
This is how I do like 5 or 6 things at the same time. Mm-hmm. And on my thing I had, instead of formerly, I had formally. Like former, like used to be.
Yeah.
And formal. So yeah. I do a lot of like talk to text. With Siri.
See?
And so a lot of times I was just like, formerly photo and word. And then I write photo and word so much on my phone that it already knew that.
Yeah.
So I just did it and said, look the same, boom. And I'll never go back and see how many followers I lost or whatever. And then my man texted me, when I was on my other podcast, check out Henny and Scotch.
Plug.
Yeah, that's my other podcast. My man was like, yo, Jay was like, yo, you spelled formerly wrong? I was like, nah, what you mean? He said, nah, you want formerly, like used to, as opposed to being formal. I was like, and that shit been up there for weeks. So no one decided to tell me like, bruh, take that down.
Siri didn't want to see you shine.
She would not let me be great.
No.
I swear to God, man. Fuck. I really do. This is no shade, no racism, but I think Siri does not like understand black people's voices. I swear to God, I think it does.
No, for real, yeah.
Because I be sitting there saying shit. Now, my watch is better than my phone.
Oh, okay.
The watch, it picks up, I think there was a brother on the staff who was like, look, we need this is going to be, But anyway, follow us, review, subscribe wherever you listen to the podcast, which will probably be iTunes or Spreaker.
Nice.
The link is in the bio. And Ayeeedubb, it was fun.
It was fun. I love this.
Yeah, it didn't go that. It goes faster than you think, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, look, now we over.
Dang, I wish you was here longer. So.
Anyway, thank you again.
Thank you.
We out.